Example 1. We need to simplify by combining like terms. Like terms are, in this case, numbers, which are constants rather, -10 and 6. And also, terms that have x in it. It's 1x and 8x. Okay, so I'm going to underline them differently. Okay, now combine them together. So x will go together with the x terms. So 1x plus 8x is 9x. And when you do that, when you write down 9x, you can cross those two off because I don't want you to count them twice, okay, or make a mistake. Now, second portion is right here is going to be -10 plus 6. Again, -10 plus 6 is -4. This is your answer. Don't forget to cross this two out. This is your answer. Okay, number 2. Get back to number 1. It's your answer. Pause it. Check it out. Move on here. Number 2 is pretty easy. Again, we need to combine like terms. Like terms are x and positive 9x. Notice how I include the sign in front. Then, why do I want to highlight 10 or underline plus 10? Because it has nothing to combine with. It cannot be combined with any of those because it doesn't have x. So, I'm going to do this way. X's go together, and x plus 9x is 10x. So, 10x's are gone. And guess what? Plus 10. That's the answer. Done. Okay. Now we're going to go to next section. Question 13 is distribution. So what we're going to do is understand first is there is a multiplication sign between 7 and this parenthesis. So you take this 7 and multiply it by k, and then multiply it by -3. So I'm going to show you two ways how to do it. One way, you already seen it. It's the box method. So on the left, so whatever's being multiplied here is going to be here, 7. And on top is going to be k minus 3. Again, see this? This number is in front of parentheses right here. Now, 7 times k is 7k. 7 times -3 is -21. So the answer is 7k minus 21. What if you don't want to use the box method? You don't have to. I'm going to write it again here. 7 times k minus 3. All you got to do is, so this is a new method already, okay? Take this 7, multiply it by k. Take this 7, multiply it by -3. 7 times k is 7k. 7 times -3 is -21. Either way is fine. Box method is kind of a nice to see and visualize. If you like shortcuts and wanted to get stuff done quick, you can do it both ways. You can do it second way. Okay? Number 14 is a cool problem. It's a negative in front of a parenthesis. And anytime you see a negative in front of the parenthesis, it's very simple. Change signs of every term inside parentheses. Okay? Very simple. X was positive, now it becomes -x. 5, look at this. 5 was negative, now it becomes positive. That's it. That's how you do it. Change the sign. Simple as that. Okay, if you don't want to do it this way, it's fine. I'll show you another way. Minus in front is x minus 5. Actually, this should be written as -1 times x minus 5. So you take this -1 and you multiply it by x, and then take this -1, multiply it by -5. So -1 times x is -1x. -1 times -5, once again, negative times a negative is a +5. Same thing, two different methods. Here you go. Now, this example, 2 plus 7 times k minus 1. Now, here we're going to need to combine two previous skills. this is multiplication, so we need to multiply 7 by k and then multiply 7 by -1. However, there's a 2 in there, and guess what? We're not doing anything with this 2 yet, so we need to write it down as 2 plus 7 times k is 7k. 7 times -1 is -7. That's first step. And then second step is combine like terms. Like terms in this case are -7 and +2. 2 minus 7 is -5 plus 7k. And again, I don't want you to write down variable last. So write down 7k first, so it's +7k minus 5. Final answer. 32. Same thing. This is going to be a fun problem. You're looking at this -6. So we take this -6 and we need to distribute it or multiply by this entire parenthesis. So -6 times +7n is -42n. -6 times -5. Negative times a negative is a +30. Okay, and guess what? This -9n stays here because we never touched it. We never did anything with it. So now, same thing as I did here. Combine like terms. Like terms are -42n and -9n. I can underline it, double underline it, however you want to highlight it. You can even use a highlighter of different colors. Both numbers are negative, so same sign, add and keep. So it's going to be -51n plus 30, and that's it. Nothing much you can do. You cannot combine this. Please don't write down -80n, 81n, and whatnot. Don't do that. Okay, this is done. We're almost done with this. So 43, example 43. Here we have just like previous two examples, but in this case we have two distributions to do. Easy. You're already experts of this by now. So there's multiplication here. So what you're gonna do is multiply this 2 into this parenthesis and this 2 by this parenthesis. That's it. So now guess what? 2 times x is 2x. 2 times +1 is +2. Done with this one. Again, 2 times x is +2x. 2 times -3 is -6. And that's it. Combine like terms. So I'm going to highlight x's with one red underline. And y's I'm going to do with double, or not y's, I'm sorry, the constants, with double green. All right, just so you can visualize it better. Now, combine it. 2x plus 2x is 4x, okay? 2 minus 6 is -4. Okay, so again, these two are gone. And that's the answer, 4x minus 4. Nothing you can do with that. It's completely simplified. Last equation, last expression rather. Same thing, but now we're looking at a lot more complex. So it's -10 here. That needs to be multiplied by this parenthesis. And then there's a -12 that needs to be multiplied by this parenthesis. That's it. -10 times p is -10p. -10 times 5 is -50. That's done. Now, -12 times p is -12p. -12 times -6, here is where it gets interesting. Negative times a negative is a positive. I believe it's 72. Okay, and now, guess what we do? We are combining like terms again. So here we're looking at -10p and -12p. Very nice. And with green, I'm going to underline -50 and +72. I'm going to combine these two. So combining the -10p and -12p, same sign, add and keep, different sign, subtract. Keep the sign of a greater number, and then it will be exact. both are negative, so it's going to be even deeper negative. So it's going to be negative 22p. Okay, we're done with those. Combine them. Minus 50 plus 72 is going to be a positive 22. Done. Okay, I can do it like this way if you want to. Done.